Chapter 3, Preparing for Training Meetings, Commander Assessment. The definition of the Commander Assessment of the training, strength of the weakness of the unit, the active component Commander Assessment, generally review with the training conduct with the past week with the reserve commander. Assessment focusing on the training that occurred during the most recent drill period with the commander's review for the training with the needs of T for train, P for needs practice, use for untrained rating scale as assist of the training and proficiency mission essential task list. Figure 3.1 show the definition of training practice and unrated rating scale. Train, the means of the unit can perform the task standard without any significant shortcoming. The practice of the task is designed to keep the soldier from losing proficiency. Needs practice for the unit performing the task, and some of the shortcomings are not served enough to require to complete the retraining, and untrained means the unit cannot perform the task to the standard. Source of input, but the commander, the leaders, all level use many sources of development of training assessment possible. The best source of through the personal observation. Personal observation allows the leader to see with the first hand with the training strength with the weakness. Other important sources of the information that assist leaders assessing their unit's training strategy are listed in Figure 3.2. The AGI report, local external evaluation, combat training center take-home packages, after action reviews, FTXs, gunnery, etc. Annual training reports, common test results, unit mobile conduct or fire training, maintenance and logistic evaluations, APFT scores, weapon qualification records, readiness group, resident training detachment assistance input, training meeting worksheets. Purpose of the training meeting worksheet is to help the commander maintain focus during the training meeting. The commander partially fills out the worksheet prior to the training meeting with the notes and general plan of the future training. During the meeting of the worksheet is used to record the training noting and assessment results. Technique I have found successful is keeping the minutes of the training meeting after the meeting is complete. I give my full-time training NCO. We go over the training meeting worksheet, field manual 25-101 together. His job is to get the facts straight, put them in the memo format. About a week after the meeting, we all mail out the minutes of the meetings of the key leaders. This cuts down on the communication problems and has a positive effect of the training preparation. Headquarters, company commander, 26 infantry division. Format. The recommended format of the training meeting worksheet is simply a 2-column format. Each column that is broken down with a week-long blocks. Left side of the worksheet is reserved for the company notes, and the remainder is to the issue of the draft during the meeting. The right side of the worksheet is filled out during the meeting, and is used to help complete the future training schedule. Figure 3.3 shows the example of partially filled out the training meeting worksheet. Note the training meeting worksheet is an informal training management tool used by the company commander. It is not to be inspected. It should not be inspected. Alright, shows the training meeting circular agenda, the date, notes of the menu of the prior training meeting by the company commander, the notes of the during the training meeting by the company commander, the development cycle of the assessment of the training since the last meeting, what is right, what can be done better, do we reschedule reason for the conducting this assignment, the trainer's note, the defend assigned area of the evaluation week or good op for evaluation college you'll need work overall. Next week, safety checks, complete training aids on hand, risk assessment, environmental assessment, NBC or NCO. Those complement area of the areas, approve of the heavy maintenance platoon risk, environmental assessment supply, platoon owns to meet the risk assessment, first the sergeant, coordinate the first NBCO. Week 3, recon training areas, HET scheduled medics, SSS coordinate road clearance, relocate company to new operating site, recon, coordinate with the for extra medics still working road clearance challenges. Training aid and purposes. Training aids assist the commander with providing visual display of future training plans, pre-executed checks for the other related products. Training ads do not need to be elaborate to be effective. The calendars must be posted on the wall. Butcher paper. Chart might also be needed to enhance effectiveness of the meeting. Figure 3.4 shows the example of training meeting training. Training aids, long range calendar, maps, mission essential training task list, chart, post training schedule for next 4 to 6 weeks, 2 to 3 6 reserve component, butcher charts, overhead projector, combined arms training strategies. Purpose for the long range calendar graphically show schedule for the upcoming events. Map show location training events. Display mission essential training task list. Current commander's assessment. Good and snapshot of the near training of the post training schedule for the next 4 to 6 to 3 to 6 months. Butcher charts brief discussion aid. Overhead projector brief discussion aid. Combined army training strategies and list of TADSS resources. What to bring with a training meeting? Just as in combat, soldiers need to be properly equipped for the training meeting. The key successful leaders have everything in their fingertips so that they can be effectively participate in the meeting process. Each leader had a different need to address below: the commander, company battle, roster, training meeting, worksheet, mission essential task list, current assessment, most current commanding training guidance, long range, short range calendars, company training schedule, post week, month, approved future schedules, applicable field manuals, technical training circular, ARETAP, MTP, drill books and regulations, applicable op orders and memorandums, MOIs, training support requests, executive order, maintenance schedule, inspection schedule, current DA form 2406, supply inventory schedule, headquarters company, training schedules, status resource related requested for training first sergeant, leader book, company battle rosters, company duty rosters, battalion duty schedule, tasking appointment schedules, school schedules, inspection schedules, miscellaneous information, APFT, height and weight data, platoon leader and platoon sergeant, leader book, platoon assessment worksheet, training schedule, pre-execution checklist, training evaluation outlines for future training should be reviewed and discussed with the commander before the meeting, platoon battle roster, future training worksheets, master gunner, leader book, training schedule, battle rosters, individual crew, weapon qualification records, unit of conducting fire training, training results, gunnery training plans, battalion battle staff, NCO, training schedule, maintenance schedule, staff inspection schedule, maintenance team chief, leader book, battle roster, training schedule, maintenance schedule, inspection schedule, current DA form 2406, supply sergeant, leader book, training schedule, supply inventory schedule with 10% of the inventories, inspect schedule of the training, NCO of the if assigned and appointed training schedule of the battle rosters, SDDE schedule, school information, NBCO, NCO, leader book, training schedule, NBC, equipment service schedule, inspection schedules, slice leaders and attachment, leader book, training schedules, own unit and company, applicable standard operation procedures, commanding training guidance, long, short range training calendars, food service, NCO, leader book, training schedule, mess equipment service schedule, inspection schedule. Alright, homework. Key leaders have homework to do before each training meeting. The homework includes specifically kit tasks that require attention on a weekly basis. Preparing in advance of the meeting ensures the leaders waste no time during the actual training meeting. Commander. The company commander reviews the past week of the current drill of the reserve company with the training and makes of the tentative assessment prior to the meeting. Coordinate higher headquarters, including a battalion commander's latest training guidance adjacent with the units finished with as much as possible with the near-term training events. Other tasks include updating training calendars, see that the platoon leaders are prepared for the training meet, discuss the training plans with the executive officer, first sergeant, seek in advance they have make training more effective. Fill out on the left side of the training meeting worksheet, figure 3.3. Executive officer ensure that the supply sergeant maintenance team of the chief is prepared for the training meeting in the maintenance area. The executive officer serve the all service schedule with the coordinated with a platoon motor officer, additional executive officer work closely with the S4 support platoon leader for all classes supplied for the training. First sergeant works with platoon sergeant with the NCO to ensure the platoons are prepared for the training meeting. Random reviews of the leader book skill for the first sergeant. Unique insight to the proficiency of individual soldiers. Information gleaned from the reviews help the first sergeant give commander a better insight of the soldier's task. Proficiency. Platoon leader and platoon sergeant. Platoon leader and platoon sergeant have the most gained with the company training meeting. Particularly with the platoon sergeant, must coordinate all of the detailed supporting training that they want on the training schedule. For example, platoon leaders and platoon sergeants would conduct the following coordination of the land navigation and training. Is the training area available? Can medics support it? Developing the technical evaluation operations. Check first sergeant duty roster conflicts. Coordinate with the supply sergeant. Check with the platoon sergeant to do as much as possible. See what the training event is not to shut down with the training meeting. Chapter 4, conducting training meetings.